Welcome back to the channel. Been away for a while because we have a new addition to the family. Within that time, I've accumulated a few things that I need to do. Got a turbo blanket. I got Stop Tech, Street Select, brake pads, and rotors. I need to do an oil change. I have some gaskets for the AC, and then my muffler is missing the hanger and bolt for the very rare section. So these things I gotta put in. I had the brakes since Christmas. It's now almost June. Gotta get that done now. Okay, so get your tools out, jack up the car, put it on jack stands. I only got rotors for the front, slotted and drilled, front rotors. Take care of those first. Okay, so to take the wheels off, 19mm socket. I used to break a bar and a ratchet. You're gonna need some brake parts cleaner to clean the rotors, and I also have some of this brake parts lubricant. You're gonna put that on the slider pins for the brakes. And these are the conditions of my front rotors. So I'm just gonna show one side. Gonna have to undo this bolt here and this other one on the back. Those two, that should release the caliper, and I'll be back after that's done. Okay, so I forgot to add that I put the wheels under after putting the car in jack stands. Those are the lug nuts on each side, and it's a 14mm. Those are 14mm bolts that have to come off. This is the condition of my caliper, and these are the pads. Put this on mount so I can record this. Okay, so I carefully zip tied the caliper. There, you don't want it to put any pressure on this line, the brake line. And let's get this pad out. Yeah, not much left there. Not much pad. I think I got it just in time. So now we got to take the caliper bracket off and get the rotors out. That's next. Okay, so I got the caliper bracket off. I had to spray some PB Blaster. I wrapped a towel around a 17 wrench and took my breaker bar, just hit up until I finally broke the bolts. Now I'm going to try to take the rotor out. I threaded in an extra bolt I had around, which is a 12, and if you screw that in, it should pop the rotor off. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Now I'm going to have to try to beat this rotor off. Well, I managed to get the rotor off, even though that screw broke. Pretty rusty under here. I just sprayed some brake cleaner, try to clean that up. I got the rear rotor off the last time I did it with this little screw. I guess it too big, broke in there. Anyway, this is the condition of what's coming off. I'm gonna try to get the other side unbolted quickly before I go any further. And yeah, I ended up just using a hammer and that towel and hit the rotor, shocked it until it loosened up finally. Okay, so I did manage to get both sides off. I had sprayed some PB Blaster on this side as well, just to make sure. I tried to spray some brake parts cleaner in here and strip off a little bit of rust with a screwdriver. So now it's just going in reverse order, reassembly. I like to use one of the old brake pads and a C-clamp, and that's how I close back in the pistons inside the brake caliper there. So I'm gonna do that and then reassemble in reverse order, and that should be it. I'll show a quick picture or video when I actually get the rotor on the car itself. Okay, I'm gonna try to scrape off some extra rust with this wire brushing. Try to make sure everything seats in there properly. And I'm also gonna grease these up. How you pull these out, you just hold the rubber, you don't want it to bust, and you just pull it up over this seat. Pull these out. I'm gonna re-grease these with that brake parts lubricant. It's Permatex. I'm gonna do that on all 4 of these. There's 2 in each. You're just gonna slide that back in and pop this back over till it seats properly in there. Just be careful with the boots, you don't want to break the boots. But I'm going to do that, clean the rotors off with brake parts cleaner, the new ones, and I'll be back when I have those things installed. Here we go. This is how I do the C-clamp setup with the brake pad, and you just squeeze it down, and that's how you get the brake pistons back in. Squeeze it down, and that's how you do it. Okay, so I've got the right side done, or passenger side. I'm gonna put the wheel back on, torque it back down, and move on to the driver's side. There's the rotor and pads installed. Bye. Okay, so here we have the almost finished product. I'm gonna put the car back on the ground, torque these lug nuts to 90 foot-pounds, and then go bed in the brake pads. 10 stops, 60 to 10 miles an hour should do it. That's what I've heard.